Hello, gorgeous. How are you? I hope you are well. Welcome to Mambo Kazi, your platform for everything women's health. For our episode today on Mambo Kazi TV, we are discussing why it's important for you, beautiful lady, to start eating more nutrient-dense meals. If you've been watching the episodes that I've rolled out on this channel so far, you will notice that I talk a lot about the importance of eating healthy because the hormones that we have, they're actually made from the foods that we eat. And so it's very important if we want greater hormone health to eat better. And for as long as I'm going to be rolling out all of these episodes from week to week to week, you're going to be hearing me talking about nutrient-dense this and nutrient-dense that. And so I wanted just from the get-go to get into this idea of what it means to have nutrient-dense foods and why it's so important for us women to do that. We all know actually that processed foods are not our friends. They are not good for us. We've heard of them, we know them, we try to avoid them as much as is possible, I hope. Or at least if we are not avoiding them, we do know of their effects on our bodies. But in case you are not clued up on that, let's just go into why processed foods are not really something that we want to continue eating a lot of going into the future. A lot of the processed foods are stripped of nutrients. When they get onto the production lines and they're being processed, they're getting stripped of their nutritional value, their nutritional content. So by the time they get to you as the white flour that you're going to use to make the white bread or the white rice or the white cornmeal, they are really lacking in nutrients. And so as you consume them, you are not getting much value out of them. And for us to create something healthier in our bodies in terms of hormones, we need to start changing that. We need to start looking at how we can eat foods that have more nutrients in them. You will find that with processed foods as well, there's a lot of preservatives and additives that are put and enzymes that are put in these foods to help them to last longer on the shelves. So something that would naturally be perishable, once they, pop it up with all of those enzymes and additives and flavorings and whatnot, it can last up to a year or something on the shelf. And so we want to be mindful of those things because some of those chemicals that are in those foods, once they get into our bodies, they interfere with the harmony of our own hormones. They have what we call hormone disruptors or endocrine disruptors. And so as a woman in particular, you want to become more conscious about what you are eating simply because there is a lot of hormone imbalances that affect women a lot more than men. And so we want to start understanding what is going into my body. What have I nourished my body with today? Is it fueling my health or is it contributing to the deterioration of my health? And we have so much power through our food choices to effect healthier changes. So apart from these foods lacking in nutritional value, they also are what a lot of women battle with, especially in terms of carbs. Like women and carbs, they're like usually at odds with one another, right? Maybe you've done it yourself or you have some girlfriends who've done it that, you know what, this month I'm off white rice. I'm not eating any white rice, so I'm not eating bread this month. Or I'm not eating pasta this month because it contributes to weight gain. But then they do that for a month or two. Then they introduce those foods back into their lives and then the weight comes back and then now they're on this hamster wheel, the dieting and not and the dieting and not, and it is so exhausting. And I personally feel that we don't need to put ourselves through that torture if we just opted to eat healthier most of the time. If we just chose something that was a lot more sustainable as opposed to being drastic all the time. So how can we work with this? Where do we need to have some understanding, especially when it comes to carbs? The understanding is here, ladies. Processed carbs, they get digested in your body so fast. And then they are converted into sugars And then because they're digested that fast, there's just this influx of sugar into your system, and the body's like, whoa, too much sugar. I'm gonna take that sugar and I'm gonna store it and turn it into fat, right? So that's what we want to disrupt by eating healthier, more whole foods. So I would say, instead of like dumping carbs all the way, because most of you don't need to do that. You just need to choose healthier carbs, more whole carbs, more complex carbs, because complex carbs, when they get into your tummy, they're not digested as fast. And so they release sugars into your bloodstream at a much slower pace, allowing for your body to be using this energy as you are moving through your day. So it doesn't need to get all stored up and turned into fat. This is the big difference that I find for a lot of people. So I don't really say to someone, I mean, of course, maybe they might have a medical condition or what have you. Everybody is different. So you always want to look at yourself, your own bio individuality. But for the most part, people are like labeling carbs as bad, but they're not. They're just choosing the ones that fuel the problems. You want to choose healthier ones, more complex ones that are going to support greater health for you. So for example, you could opt out white rice for brown rice, or black rice, or mixed wild rice. Those are healthier options. To set yourself up for success with eating more nutritious foods, it means probably that you might need to go more organic than you have been doing, or that you need to look around your area and see what's available in terms of stuff like farmers markets, so you can go there and buy locally and buy fresh, so that you're not buying all this stuff that's full of preservatives and all of that that's staying on the shelves forever. You can be buying more clean. All right, so basically, to sum up, try and adopt more nutritious foods into your life, more nutrient-dense foods, because those nutrients are the building blocks of your hormones. If you want healthier hormones, your foods have to be healthy too. It also helps you to manage your weight better if you are having foods that are more whole, because processed foods, they're gonna turn into sugar pretty fast. And especially for women, we don't want to be at a weight that is not healthy for our own specific body. No comparing with other people allowed. You want to know for yourself, what's the body weight where I'm my healthiest for me, and maintain that. And that differs from person to person to person. But you want to start eating foods that are going to help to sustain you at a healthy body weight for you. So check out my IG, because there I am .mambokadzi. There is a lot of like short videos on the meals that I prepare. If you want to see how to prepare nutrient dense meals, come and definitely check out that page, because as I cook, you know, during the week and stuff, I pop up some of those videos on there for you to just know what to do, just in case you don't. I'm gonna do an IG live on this. I will post all the information on my IG page, so you can come on and we can discuss it, because I do know that as we are changing, it can be pretty challenging, you know, especially because we are used to eating one way. We might be craving those foods. What could we do to substitute or to sustain ourselves in a good place, or to get back to it if we've, you know, if we've been off track for a while? So we'll discuss all of that in the lives that I'll be doing on IG, so be sure to check out that page. So thank you so much for watching Mambokadzi. I so value you being here. It means you want to create a healthier life for yourself, and I'm here to support you. So if you haven't already, go on over to mambokadzi.com, download your free e-guide, code NotTodayPMS, yes, so that you can start creating healthier periods for yourself. It is such a beautiful guide. I'm biased, of course, because I created it. But truly, jokes aside, it is very helpful in helping you to adopt more holistic ways of looking at your period. What you could do to just have it be healthier without adding all of these chemicals in your life from different angles too. So head on over to the site, download that e-guide, and go to work with it. Go to work with it. And then let me know how you're finding it. All right? Take care of you, Mambokadzi, and I'll see you again next week right here on Mambokadzi TV. Subscribe to the channel. The link is somewhere on the screen, right? And share with your friends. Please spread the word to all the ladies that this is going on. There's support here for them. There's love here for them. We want them to be happy, to be healthy. Let's do it together. See you next week. Ciao.
In the beginning, I thought you were fine. You started tripping and wasting my time, so now it's over. Can't you see? Go together.